Okay, I'm starting the timer right now. The problem says, given the string of characters A to Z, do as in the sample cases. Okay, so let's start with our inputs. Our input is a string of letters, lowercase and uppercase. And our output is, it doesn't specify in the problem description, but I'm just going to say a new string. Okay, what should be done with the input? So going through this first example, it looks like, okay, so it looks like each letter, let's see. So each sequence of letters, I guess I'll call it, each sequence starts off with a capital letter, and then lowercase letters follow it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it looks as if each character is printed as many times as its position. So the letter A gets printed once, letter B is printed twice, C is 3 times, D is 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And each sequence is separated by dashes. And in the second case, if it starts off with a capital letter, it should also start the sequence with capital letter. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just going in that pattern where each character is being printed as many times as its position. Okay. And each sequence is being separated by dashes. Okay, so what should be done with the input? So we need to iterate over the string and we need to print the letter as many times as its position, and then we need to capitalize like each sequence of these letters, capitalize each, I'll call them sequence of letters, and then we need to combine each sequence with a dash. Okay, and then we'll just return the string. Okay, I think map would be a good method for this solution, because map and with index, because I could use that index plus 1, and multiply that by the character, and that'll print it as many times as index plus 1. And I'm using index plus 1 because array indexing starts with 0, so it will be one number off. Alright. So the first step I need to do is split string and iterate using cars and map and with index. Oops, made a little mistake here. Okay. Could pass in the letter and index to the block. Then we're simply going to multiply the letter times index plus 1. And that should print out the letter that many times. So if I were printing out A times 2, it would look like that. Then we need to capitalize the whole thing. Then call capitalize on letter sequence. So that should work for each of these. That should print all the letters here. And this will all be an array. Then at the end, I can call join with a dash passed in to convert the array of letters into a string with letter sequences separated by the dash. Okay, so now it's time to write the code. Okay, I could probably do this all in one line. Let's try that. So string cars. Let me comment these out. Oops. Just so we could see what they look like. It should be an array of strings. There we go. Dot map dot with index. I'll call it car. And then index. So you can multiply the car times the index plus 1. I wonder if this needs parentheses. We're going to call capitalize on that. And then join with a dash. Actually, let me see what this prints out first. This should be an array with these sequences of integer into string from solution. Okay, yeah. That might be the issue. No implicit conversion. I'm not sure if that's a parentheses issue or if I just maybe have these in wrong spots. Let's try with parentheses. Yeah. Okay. R Q A E Z T Y A B C D. Okay. Then I can call join here. And that's the output we get. So let me comment that out just so you could see it. Cool, that's what it is. This is a really long line, so I could probably just do it this way. Just so that it's easier to read, maybe. And so I don't have to tack on a join at the end. Could probably do it that way. I wonder if that would work. Oops. Left on a little curly there. There we go. Okay. I like one-liner solutions, but sometimes it's just too long. So that looks good. Okay, and that took me 8 minutes. That's awesome. Even with writing out PEDAC and everything, it seems like a lot of time being taken up writing all that, but it actually saves you time when you write the code so that you have a clear roadmap of what you want to do. Since you've thought through the whole problem and you know exactly what it's asking for. And if you're familiar with basic proving methods, writing the code isn't going to be a big deal. It's not even hard at all. It's mostly just the problem itself. That's the problem. Just working through it and understanding what it's asking for. Okay, cool.